Alright, today we'll be taking A Industries away from the planets and into the stars. We'll be heading into the world of Elite Dangerous. So, let's begin with some basic training. I have never played this before, so you'll get to see how quickly I learn at this kind of thing. Spoiler alert, not especially quickly. I have played Elite in previous versions. I played the first Elite when I was probably about 3 or 4 years old. It's one of the first games I can really remember in detail. Just setting up my joystick. Now, a lot of this is going to be learning how the keys, well, on the joystick, how the joystick buttons respond to my inputs. And how to target and things like that. So let's begin by targeting some of this stuff. Righto, deploying some guns. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Strafing controls. Terribly easy to handle against and reloading. So earlier elites, I don't recall them having any sort of mass driver type weapons. Let's go for a spin. Oh, what's that? Okay then. So the clutch button seems to give us a quick boost of speed. The radar works the same as the old Elite, it was never really the best way of doing it. Even back in its day, I mean, it's functional. You can tell pretty easily where something is in relation to you, but it doesn't work terribly well when you start doing things like rolling, because all of those points are brought up from a flat plane. It can be hard sometimes to tell where exactly they are in relation to you for quick target acquisition. And if you've got a group like this, it can be hard to tell where the target you're after is amongst a group. A lot of games overcome this by having the little red arrows on the side of the screen to show you which direction your target is. But this game deliberately doesn't. Just testing out reverse. Get a button to switch you between forwards and reverse. Right. Yeah, as I was saying, this game deliberately doesn't have the arrows because they found in playtesting that players tend to lose their situational awareness in games such as this and just follow the arrow around, and that it does detract from the experience, and it gives you struggle to get middle experienced players in that environment. So previously in games like IL-2, which is a World War II flight sim, where you've got no indicators at all in general on the hard modes which most people played, you'd end up with some very good pilots and a wide range of people who sort of struggle to take off and land and manage ammunition and leading targets through people who could move neatly in 3 dimensions and preserve most of their energy to launch their attack. Whereas in Wing Commander you tend to end up with the people who were following the arrows and the people who had learned not to. Shot straight past that. And obviously the people who had learned not to and learned to move in 3 dimensions could move around on your tail much more easily, whilst you just try to turn on them in a furball. Ooh, First victory. Right, next one's combat. Looks good. Let's give it a spin. Now, I've launched this from the demo application first, rather than the full application, just because I wanted to see what the combat training demo was like. Once I'm done with these, I'll move on and try the full one. Oh. Pulse lasers. And I'm in a Sidewinder again, am I? Looks like it. Whoops. I've overdone that a little. Oh man. Lucky he's not shooting back at me. Solar fluke. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while to get used to this aiming convention. Joysticks have never been ideal for sort of detailed aiming. They're great for sort of any sort of analog input you need. Like, you can fly a much more controlled aircraft with an analog stick than you could without. Unfortunately, the X52 doesn't work well. I've got the X52 Pro. It doesn't work well in KSP, so I don't get the opportunity to use it much. So it's nice to be able to play with it on Elite. Alright, another victory. Let's give this a spin against something that's shooting back at us. A couple of enemy fighters. Gimbaled weapons. Okay. Don't know what that means, but I'm sure I will find out. What's that blue range on the speed? Weird. Well, I'm sure all these things will come known to us. Okay, so their shields are up. Oh, I've got missiles. Oh, so gimbal is kind of an auto aim. Seems quite effective. It's interesting. So I mean, that's the way a lot of oh crap. They're both just plinking on my armor. I don't have very powerful weapons, thankfully. I've got one coming right in front of me. It's full burst. Under attack, eh? Thanks, computer. That's useful to know. Yeah, auto-aiming is what a lot of console shooters do in order to compensate for the fact that it uses joysticks, so that fine precision. You don't need to worry about the loss of that so much. Weird. Just trying to look at how this radar responds to rolling. Yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to. It was a good radar. I played the original Elite for years. I never made it to Elite status. I topped out at Dangerous, which is ironic given the name of this game. But as I understand it, those first games on the BBC Micro, the requirement to hit Elite is just insane. In spite of playing it for a couple of years on a save, it's not a huge surprise that I never made it. Most people didn't. Struggling with these guys. And I'm really lucky that I'm in a tougher ship. So the Sidewinder again. That's me targeting him. I see. To do a lot of damage to shields. Something I maybe have to play with a bit. I don't seem to be hurting them much. But all this pissing around is going to pay off, because whatever I learn here I can take advantage of later. Shields are down? If I follow that guy around. Oh, the blue area seems to give me faster turning. Interesting. Oh, wow. I don't know whether to focus on one or... Damn it. Well... This is not the best start for someone who's played a lot of this kind of game. But it has taught me the importance of these gambling things. The missile. Whoa! Alright, let's get that other guy. Desperately trying to take my attention away again, it didn't work. Going down, buddy. Let's try this out. I can't keep up with them even with that. Those things are fast. Didn't quite knock his shields down with that hit. If I can hit it or not. Just blink at it for a bit, maybe fire it. Oh, got it. Alright. Well, that was tough. I'll get on to the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Next time I'll take on the next set of combat.